Hello and welcome to a game between LiquidTLO and DuckLoadRa. LiquidTLO will be playing as the blue Terran player on the right hand side, and DuckLoadRa will be playing as the red Protoss player on the left hand side. This is GG Your Face, and the map is going to be Scrap Station. It appears that DuckLoadRa will be opening with the gateway, and about the same time, LiquidTLO has already put down the barracks. I want to take one moment to thank the guys who have made memtest 86 plus minus whatever the hell they add to the end of that program. It has solved a lot of problems for me. I think I am crash free. I hope, please let it be. And there is going to be one SCV coming to the middle of the map, grabbing control of that Zelda watchtower, as the simulator is going to be going up for DuckLoadRa at the moment, along with the refinery just about to be finished for LiquidTLO. I'm just so happy my computer works and it's not crashing. It's just so freaking happy. And there is going to be additional SCVs. There's 3 SCVs on the gas at this moment, and the barracks will be complete at the same time. The SCV is entering the realm of DuckLoadRa, and DuckLoadRa has not yet sent any scouting units to his opponent's base, so he does not know what his opponent is doing. And there will be an over command along with 1 Marine, and there will be the Cyber Core in the back, which is scouted by LiquidTLO. First Marine coming out along with the second Marine and additional supply depot in the back, and this SCV might have forced an unnecessary Zealot that is currently being built by DuckLoadRa. Some people don't like to build this Zealot, some people do like it, but I think against Terran players it is a good idea because it does help your Stalkers deflect some of that pressure from the Marines and Marauders. 1 pylon will be going down at the bottom of the ramps as the factory is being constructed. This is looks like to be 2 Marines into factories, not an expansion just yet, and the SCV is still very much alive inside the base. This is a very curious position for DuckLoadRa because he's deciding not to get the second gateway. That might hurt him a little bit. He is getting the warp gate tech. He only has 1 Zealot on the field. If you can take a look at the tab over here, there is a lot more of those Marines and a lot more offensive units for LiquidTLO at the moment, or you can think about them as defensive units. In any event, the second gas will be opened up for DuckLoadRa, whereas LiquidTLO will be sticking with 1 gas. His factory is about to be done, so his next decision will be pretty much critical, and there is going to be a Hellion coming out of that factory. And finally, DuckLoadRa does manage to kill off the SCV, and only then does he put down the robotics facility. This is a really gutsy move, I think, because he's only going to have 1 gateway with 1 robotics facility. No matter how much he chrono boosts this, he is not going to have the production of 2 gateways, and I think you would want more gateways. And we do see a starport along with additional supply depots going up for LiquidTLO at the moment. So if we take a look at each other's visions, we could see that LiquidTLO knows pretty much many things that's going on inside the base of his opponent. He doesn't see the 2 new buildings though, but on the other hand, there's absolutely no information for DuckLoadRa on LiquidTLO's base, so that is a little bit of a shocker, I think. And there's going to be some Marines going over the edge, possibly going to war off an observer that may or may not come. And there is a probe that is deterred by this Hellion and will get shot down by it. And Hellion is pretty fast, and we'll be able to take down that probe, no problem. The third gateway is going to go up, but keep in mind, guys, there's only 1 gateway functional at this moment, and it appears that he does have warp gate, but he's not turning it into a warp gate, and he is going to do that now. I think he forgot. I think his research did finish slightly earlier. Some Hellions coming out, there is no research for them yet, and there is going to be a tech lab along with an armory. We might see some Thors. Thors are very useful, especially on the short rush distance. The observer catches a glimpse of the medevac, and he will be able to come over to defend, but at the moment he only has 2 Zealots, 1 Stalker and 2 sentries, and will go down really fast. But he does put down 2 very good force fields, does prevent those Marines from engaging for a while, and they do have to drop off 1 at a time from the medevac, so he did save some time. But he needs to warp in some more units. He does have enough mineral. No, he does not have enough minerals. Oh, the Immortal is going to get in right now. He might be able to take down the Hellion. The Hellion already has 4 kills. He is in a lot of trouble. The army size is at 45 against 34. He does whip in a Zealot, and some probes are getting into midst of it. And the Zealot alone, some of these probes are going to go down. And the economy for DuckLoadRa is going to be hurting quite a bit as the Terran player is able to move ahead, and he can pick up all of his units. That 1 Hellion almost that does get picked up. Great play there by TL. Very nice control. I think he's hurting a lot, DuckLoadRa. That is because he does not have the gateways or the income to deal with it. He does have an observer over here that is still hovering over the base and will get taken down. But that observer has already seen the armory along with the tech lab, so he probably will suspect that a Thor is going to be coming. And in response, he's going to open a Twilight Council. That is an interesting choice of a strategy. Army size is at 47 versus 33, and there's going to be a Hellion coming out to check if he's gotten an expansion, and the income tab does show that DuckLoadRa is pretty much very behind in terms of the resources. He does have the mind of a ninja, and he will be scouting with that Starcraft, possibly take down the Hellion. The Hellion is not going to be able to run away there. The first Thor is already out on the field, and the command center is going to be coming along, so our friend TLO will be expanding very soon. If we take a look at the unit composition for both these players, we see a lot of Marines, 1 Thor and 1 Stalker. I mean 3 Stalkers, 1 Zealot, and 1 Immortal as well. And it appears that this little guy, or this big guy, is coming over to the base of DuckLoadRa. DuckLoadRa does have some units in the back, and he should be able to deal with this no problem. And he is warping in some additional Zealots on the side there, and this Thor should probably get picked up as that Immortal is going to get really close and damage it really fast. He is going to sacrifice that Thor. Ooh, he does pick up the Thor. Very great control there from the medevac. I thought he was going to sacrifice it, but he does manage to pull them both out at absolutely critical conditions. That is just great play. And if we take a look at the income tab now, it does show that DuckLoadRa has come back a little bit, but he is still pretty much behind his opponent, and he does have a Dark Shrine on the way, possibly getting some Dark Templars, and his opponent does have enough for 1 scan and maybe another half a scan, so that might not be too troublesome. I think at this point he is a little bit in between a rock and a hard place, because his opponent did see that Twilight Council, and he might be suspecting the Dark Templar drop or some sort of drop. And here we go, the War Prism is in, and these SCVs are taking damage. He does take about 2-3 SCVs down, and these 4 Zealots will go down very quickly to the Thor as well as the Marines. And he only managed to get, I think, only about 4, maybe his 5th kill now. He is going to warp in. No, he decided to move away. The War Prism wanted to warp in some units, but he does decide to move away. A scan goes off, signifying that TLO is suspecting that Dark Templars are on the way. He does have enough for another scan, and he might be putting up a turret soon if that's what he's suspecting. There is going to be 3 Dark Templars inside here, and I think that's just within the vision. He just saw a glimpse of it from his vision. He does scan, he sees all 3 Dark Templars, and he is going to take it down. Another scan goes off. He does also have another orbital command on the side there. He will be able to take down that final Dark Templar. Great try there by DuckLoadRa, but just not quite enough for TLO, and it appears that DuckLoadRa is going to do something sneaky. He knows he's so far behind. He knows the only way he can come back probably in this game is going to be through a gold expansion, and he does sneak it down there, so his opponent does not yet know, and his opponent TLO is going to be grabbing his natural expansion and also pushing out. And at the edge of his map there will be a Dark Templar. He is coming back. He does move his units backwards, and this Dark Templar is only whacking away at the tech lab. Maybe he should have gone for the SCVs instead, and know that Dark Templar is going to go down. Dark Templar only got 1 kill, I think, off of 1 SCV, and Dark Templar is going to run into a missile turret. There's also a bunker there that could be salvaged if he wants to, but he probably wants to keep the ability to have some units in the back reinforcing with no problem. The Raven does come out, and he will be able to detect further Dark Templars. And now switching to Storms, this is a very high tech, very gas intensive build that is usually not very good for 1 base, especially if your opponent is going to be on 2 bases. He is down in army count, and he is also going to be down and out of luck if he does not pull out a miracle win here. He is going to have the War Prism harass while his opponent is going to be pushing forward. The War Prism is getting shot at, and barely survives. And he is going to try to warp in some units, but that is not going to work as it does get taken down. The Zealot is going to go down. We'll get only 1 or 2 kills, and he's trying to kill off a missile turret here. And the army size is going to be at 88 versus 45, and he only have a few Stalkers, 2 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, and only 1 Immortal. This is going to be a hell of a defense, and he does GG. In the meantime, there looks like some Zealots are going to hang out at the mineral lines, and they're not attacking anything. Looking forward to doing number 2. Hope to see you guys there. Number 2 as in game, not number 2 in the bathroom. Thanks for listening. See you guys at the next game.